And the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at the even in the plains of Jericho. And they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the selfsame day. And the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land, neither had the children of Israel manna any more, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. Now remember, God was supplying, giving daily manna to his people. What a blessing that was, carrying them through those wilderness years. We walk out in the morning, what's for breakfast? God made breakfast. Can you imagine? I always wonder what it's going to be like. Eat some manna when we get to heaven. But you walk out and just what's sufficient you can't take for the next day. You can't take for more. Just what is sufficient and you eat it. And every morning God was supplying your needs. Not filling your pantry, your daily need. Daily need, just getting you by each day. Well, what about tomorrow? What if the manna doesn't show up? You got to trust God. Well, there's an interesting point that God is bringing out in Joshua chapter 5. Now that they're in the promised land, it's a land flowing with milk and honey, and there's corn already growing, and there's all this food to eat. God says the manna stopped. And I stopped and thought about that. There's times in my life that I was literally living off manna. I mean, day by day. But he gets us to a point where he points us in the right direction and he says, the blessings are on you now. And all of a sudden, there is a savings account. All of a sudden, there's a car in the driveway. All of a sudden, you get to decide, am I eating name brand or generic? Look at Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 12. He says, here's the warning, lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, here's the danger, and thou forget the Lord thy God. The daily miracle of manna passed, but it was because God was blessing them to the point that it was just blessing on blessing. Ever been there? But here's the danger. When you need that daily manna, who are you more reliant on every morning? God. Now, it doesn't have to end when the manna ends. But when's the last time you actually looked to him to meet your needs? When's the last time you actually prayed like you didn't have food in the morning? Because let me tell you something, if you already have your cupboards full, God put it there.